What's up, everybody? Justin here to do a new my top 100 best wrestlers in my opinion. Just some of the best wrestlers. Not my favorites. They're not all my favorites, but they made an impact in the wrestling world, in my opinion, by either their promo skills, wrestling ability, or just gimmick and persona and character. That's why all these on this this is part 4, by the way, on this entire 100 list of best wrestlers. Again, a lot of them are not my favorite, but I respect all of them. So this is part 4, as I said, where I will do number 69 to number 60. So here we go. Number 69, the guy was a really good world champion for a number of years. Also a very good talker. The guy was a class act. Had great matches with Vern Gagne, Kurt Hennig, Dory Funk Jr., Hulk Hogan, many other legends. Who am I talking about? Number 69, former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Bockwinkel. Very good worker, damn good wrestler. I believe he's third generation, I think. Second or third generation. Nick Bockwinkel, Bobby Heenan was his manager in the AWA for a really long time. I believe almost 10 years. Like 7, 8 years. I'm not sure how long Bobby Heenan managed him, but it was for a while. And I didn't get to see Nick Bockwinkel in his prime. I was a baby. I was like 2 years old, 3 years old when he was still wrestling. And I believe he retired in 1988. He retired. He did come back, work one match at WCW Slamboree 93. I guess he came out of retirement for that pay-per-view appearance where he wrestled, I believe, Dory Funk Jr. So anyways, Nick Bockwinkel, really good world heavyweight champion, as I said, had great matches with Hulk Hogan, Kurt Hennig, many others. The guy was a damn good worker. Number 68, again, Nick Bockwinkel was before my time, but I still respect what he did, and I did see a lot of his matches in the 80s. When I got older, and the guy's a great worker. Great talker also. Great promo guy. Didn't really need Bobby Heenan with him to talk for him because Nick Bockwinkel could cut a good promo by himself. He didn't need a manager. Number 68 might be the first woman that has made the top 100 before 68. I'm not sure. But she was damn good. I first saw her in Shimmer and Ring of Honor. Who am I talking about? The first ever Shimmer champion. Current Performance Center, NXT. I believe she's called, her title is co-head coach. Or I think she's co-head coach with Matt Bloom, Prince Albert. Number 68, first ever Shimmer champion, Sarah Del Rey. She didn't talk much. She did cut a few promos in Shimmer and Ring of Honor, but she wasn't really great at promos, but she didn't have to be. She was one of the best women's wrestlers I've ever seen. Still, in 2018, her work that she did, she was awesome. Sarah Del Rey, if you've never seen her matches, look her up. Buy old Shimmer DVDs from like volume 1 to like volume 40. Sarah Del Rey's on a lot of Shimmers from volume 1 to volume 40. Sarah Del Rey, sadly, when she took a coaching job with NXT in a performance center to train the women and help out the women's division, and she deserves a lot of credit for making the women in NXT a lot better. Sarah Del Rey, number 68. Really damn good. She was a damn good wrestler. And a really fine Shimmer champion. She held it for a really long time. I believe like 2-3 years. Or a year and a half. Number 67. The show-off, Dolph Ziggler. The guy can talk. The guy has a look. And the guy can wrestle. Dolph Ziggler is a fantastic, great worker. Number 67, Dolph Ziggler. He's not on this top 100. He's not on it because of all the titles he has held. And he's held a lot of titles. I believe he's been Intercontinental Champion like 5 times or 4 times or something. Been World Heavyweight Champion, even though sadly he had to give that title up from a concussion. Money in the Bank winner, Tag Team Champion, in the Spirit Squad, and then later Tag Team Champion again with Drew McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler, no matter what WWE asks that guy to do, he does it. He's a company man. He's a great worker, and he's a great guy. Really nice guy if you ever got to interact with him on Twitter. Really good guy to the fans also. Number 66, Matt Bourne. Before he was the original Doink the Clown, Matt Bourne was a damn good wrestler, damn good worker. He was, he actually appeared at WrestleMania 1 in a match, I believe against Ricky Steamboat. And then he didn't appear again until WrestleMania 9, when he was in the WWF as the original Doink. He had a great laugh. He was a great evil clown. The guy was really good at playing Doink. Not the kid-friendly Doink that was pretty stupid and lame. Matt Bourne as the original Doink, mostly in 1993. Even at Survivor Series 92, he made an appearance. And he had these like balloon animals. This is burned into my brain. I remember it, and it always makes me laugh when I see it. He gave out these balloon animals to the kids in the crowd. And then he popped them all, and he ran away laughing. I thought that was just so damn hilarious. Because it made the kids sad, and they put their heads down and cried. That made me happy. I don't know why. It makes me happy when kids get sad and wrestlers make kids cry. I actually, a wrestler did make me cry when I was 6 years old. Funny story. Maybe it's not funny to you, but it's funny to me, so I'll tell it. And I'm not embarrassed I cried because I was only 6 years old in 1990, WrestleMania 6. Ultimate Warrior made me cry when he won the WWF title. I cried because I was a Hulkamaniac. Still am. So anyways, still support Hulkamania and Hulk Hogan. I know a lot of people have turned on him. think he's scum, think he's racist, and I'll never forgive him. That's up to them. That is their opinion of him. They don't want to forgive him. That's fine. You don't have to. But anyways, Ultimate Warrior, that just made me cry out of sadness that Hogan lost the title. And I didn't think Warrior should have been champion. When I was even 6 years old, I didn't think Warrior would be a good champion. And I was right. He wasn't. So anyways, Warrior, I know he's passed away. He should have never beat Hogan at WrestleMania 6. I stand by that. So anyways, number 66 is Matt Bourne, Doink the Clown. He was the original Doink from November 92 until after SummerSlam 93. And then I believe he's released or fired because the guy had drug issues. And by Survivor Series 93, they had a new Doink already, different voice, and he was a bit bigger. Number 65. This was a tough one to put on the top 100 because I will always think of this guy as a murderer. Because he is a murderer. He did murder his wife and his kid. I'll never forgive him for that. And he should never go in the Hall of Fame because of that. But I'm just talking about his career as a wrestler before he did that god-awful tragedy. And he didn't just kill his own kid and wife and make Nancy's family have to mourn for the rest of their lives. He also hurt his own family, I'm sure. He had another son by his first wife. He had an older son that has got to live with that crap. And he has parents that got to live with that. He might even have a sister and brother. I don't know. But I'm solely basing this on his wrestling career. The guy was damn good. He's a murderer, but before he did the murders, before he did the awful, disgusting thing he did, his wrestling career in Japan, ECW, WCW, WWF, WWE. Number 63. Or no, 65. Number 63, Chris Benoit. I apologize, I skipped to 63. Let's go to 65. Number 65 is the ninth wonder of the world, China. She was not the best wrestler, but she was decent. She wasn't awful. She was a lot better than Sable. That's for damn sure. And just the look. Her look is a bodyguard, Triple H's bodyguard. She had an awesome look. Obviously, I think she's on steroids, but so what? A lot of wrestlers have taken steroids. That's nothing new, and I'm sure they still take them. A lot of them. So number 65 is China. She made history. First ever woman in the Royal Rumble match in 1999. First woman to be Intercontinental Champion. Number 64, the current reigning over 500 days UK WWE United Kingdom Champion. Number 64 is the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. The guy is out of this fucking world good. He is so damn good. I love watching Pete Dunne wrestle. Guy's awesome matches with everybody he's in the ring with. Number 64, Pete Dunne. And I wasn't aware of Pete Dunne. I'm sorry, I wasn't. Before he was in the WWE United Kingdom Championship tournament, I believe in the beginning of 2017, I think. So I'm sure Pete Dunne was a good worker before WWE, but since I've seen him in WWE, the guy's really, really impressed me, and I'm a big fan of his. Number 63, as I said, is Chris Benoit. Number 62, this guy was great. One of the greatest, biggest names in wrestling history. He wasn't that great after 1984. He really couldn't move much anymore. But he was still a big attraction. He was still money for Vince and WWF after 84. Andre the Giant, I think, was still an attraction even at WrestleMania 6, his last WWF match ever. Not his last match ever. You want to look up Andre's last match in YouTube. It was 1992, and I believe it was in Mexico. I watched it. Man, that was sad to watch because Andre could barely move. In 1992, it was a tag match in Mexico. He could barely move. He barely did anything. He stood on the ring apron. And when he got in the ring, I believe he just put his opponent in a bear hug. Might have threw them against the ropes and tried to clothesline them or something. It was sad to watch. I believe his last match, his tag team partner might have been Bam Bam Bigelow in 92. Because I do know Andre wrestled 2 matches in 1992. But his last big match at WrestleMania 6, he was still super over and he was still an attraction, but he just couldn't do it anymore. His body was way too broken down. And did Vince use Andre? Probably, but I don't blame him. I would have probably done the same thing if I was a promoter or a booker. I would have paid Andre a lot of money and he agreed. He agreed to it. I'm sure he agreed to it. Maybe probably told Vince a couple times, I'm done. I'm done. I cannot go anymore. I'm in pain. But then Vince probably threw more money at him until he agreed. But whatever. I'm not going to blame Vince for that. But Andre the Giant, watch the documentary HBO did on Andre the Giant. Very good. I mean, just look at the photos of when he was 18, 19 years old. When he first started wrestling, he was super. I mean, he was a giant. He was already over 7 foot tall at 18. And he was skinny. And he was in shape. The guy could do a... I forget which, I think it's Jake the Snake said, or somebody said Andre could do a moonsault when he first started. He was doing backflips in the ring off the top rope. That's insane. And they did have some footage in the documentary about Andre where he was wrestling with like a real little guy. Just lifting him up, flipping him around, and Andre, when he first started, the guy was really damn good, damn athletic for his size. Really good. And he was quick, also. Couldn't blow him up. He was really quick and really good when he was younger. I mean, try to watch Andre matches. Try to find him from the 70s. The guy's damn good in the 70s. And Andre the Giant, just everybody knows his name and heard of him. He worked everywhere. WCCW, Mid South Wrestling. Worked for the NWA. Worked for AWA. Worked for might have worked for Mid Atlantic Wrestling in the early '80s. I'm not sure. WWF. Andre worked for like every big territory, and there were territories. Number 62, Andre the Giant, the eighth wonder of the world, was WWF champion actually for like a minute, maybe less, but at least he had it. And Andre was, I'm going to talk about him some more because he deserves it. Andre was really giving. Really gave back to the business. Loved it. I mean, the guy let Hogan body slam him. And he put over Hogan and passed the torch to Hogan. Because Andre knew what was best for business. Andre knew. Putting over Hogan at WrestleMania 3, he knew it would just make the business skyrocket. And Andre was just, the guy's great. Number 61, Christian. Christian, very good worker. Christian was before Edge and Christian as a tag team. Of course, they were brought into the company as brothers. I actually thought they were brothers for a while because they looked like brothers. They both had long blonde hair. Anyways, before Edge and Christian had great success and a great run as tag team champions, Christian was light heavyweight champion. Then he became many-time tag champion. Then he became European champion, Intercontinental champion, World Heavyweight champion. Went to TNA. Christian became NWA World Heavyweight champion. Christian was Christian Cage in TNA wrestling. And I thought he had a really good run in TNA. I enjoyed it. So number 61, Christian. Again, had those classic legendary matches with the Dudleys and the Hardys, ladder matches, TLC matches. Just awesome. If they're going to put Coco Beware in the Hall of Fame, Christian deserves to be in there. Number 60. I'm not a fan of this guy anymore. I think he's a douchebag, and he's a bitter man. Bitter about pro wrestling. Acts like he hates it. This is just my opinion of him. He seems bitter as hell. Seems like he doesn't want to return ever to any company, no matter if they let him work only 5 times a year, pay him tons of money. He seems like he still won't come back because he's bitter and angry at pro wrestling. Or maybe thinks I've been there, done that, and that's fine. He can think that. He has done it all. But still, you're a prick and a jerk off, in my opinion. You take yourself way too seriously, and in real life, you seem like a real douchebag to some of your former friends that were working for WWE still. You actually cut them off as friends because you said you didn't want to talk to anybody that worked there. Like it was their fault that you walked out. Like it was their fault Vince fired you on your wedding day. They had nothing to do with it. And I heard a lot of former WWE talents have called out CM Punk and said the guy cut The guy cut them off from talking to him. Hornswoggle's one of them. I'm sure there's a few others. Also, Maria Kanellis. I don't think she has many good things to say about CM Punk at all. I believe in the past, or I don't know, when someone brings up Punk to her, I believe she badmouthed him. She might have said a couple good things, but whatever. Again, I'm not a fan of the guy anymore. I respect what he did for wrestling in WWE. And the pipe bomb, everybody loves a pipe bomb. They love it. When they hear CM Punk's pipe bomb, they come in their pants. Well, I don't. I think it's overrated. The pipe bomb, I think it's overrated. Was it a real promo? Sure. But so what? It wasn't one of the best promos I've ever heard. I heard Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Roddy Piper cut a million times better promos than the pipe bomb from CM Punk. Still, he's number 60, CM Punk. The guy did do it all, except win the Royal Rumble and main event WrestleMania. And this is just my opinion. Again, I think he's bitter as hell. He's angry at pro wrestling, like an angry ex that cannot get over it. I also think I think he's angry that pro wrestling exists, in my opinion, because wherever he appears, he's going to get asked a pro wrestling question: when are you coming back? So I bet he wishes pro wrestling no longer existed without him. Or without him in it, I bet he wishes it would go away. So number 60 is CM Punk, the so-called best in the world. Not the best in the world, never was. Was very good when he was in his prime. And when he was cutting really good promos. When he was WWE champion as a heel with Paul Heyman. That was when he was probably at his best. And in the straight edge society, he was also at his best. But I would say, my opinion, Paul Heyman's a better talker than CM Punk. Always has been, always will be. I guess CM Punk is going to be a MMA commentator now for some little MMA company. How boring, how stupid, in my opinion. Good for him if he's happy. I guess he's done some B or Z movies also that nobody will see. I won't watch them. Anyways, I don't understand CM Punk or his thinking. I think the guy's bitter, angry, and insane. Because why would you want to be an MMA commentator when you could go to a pro wrestling promotion and be a commentator there? You know more about pro wrestling, you dumb fuck, than you know more about MMA, because in MMA you don't know jack shit because you got your ass beat twice. So just go to be a MMA. No, don't be an MMA commentator. You're gonna be anyways, but now I feel like I'm talking to him, even though he'll never watch this because he's too much of a punk. I don't understand it. If I was him, I would want to be either a pro wrestling commentator or I would come back for a huge payday. And then I'd leave. I mean, CM Punk still has a ton of fans, I'm sure. I'm not one of them. I respect what he did, but I'm not a fan of his anymore. I mean, this is in 2013, 2012, 2011. I'm not a fan of him anymore. He's out of wrestling. Is that a reason I'm not a fan of him? No, that's not a reason. I just think he's a jerk off. and that the guy's super bitter. And anyways, I would just, if I was him, I would do what I'm good at. And that's talking on the mic as a commentator for a pro wrestling company. Maybe a new promotion that's going to be starting, I think, in 2019. Maybe they'll reach out to him and get him. Maybe they'll offer him huge money. Who knows? The new company starting is called All Elite Wrestling. I believe the Jacksonville Jaguars owner is going to be the chairman and own the company. And he's going to let his son run it because his son's a big fan of wrestling. Hopefully, his son doesn't, the Jacksonville Jaguars owner's son, hopefully doesn't try to be the booker or head writer, because I don't think he knows enough about wrestling. He should hire someone to do that and bring them in. Someone that knows more about wrestling than he would. So I think Jericho, JR are going to be a part of All Elite Wrestling, and probably Omega, Kenny and the Bucks, and Cody. That's just my guess. I mean, why would you name it All Elite Wrestling? Elite, and you're not going to have the Bucks or Kenny Omega or Cody. I think they will get them. And I think JR will work there too, and probably Jericho. So this ends part 4 of my top 100 wrestlers. Bye for now.